Sheriff wants to kill you. I really want some dinner. You hear me out there? You hear me? You lovely people. We're talking to you. Me, my blood.
Look at the bright side. At least he stopped singing. I wouldn't mind, but he can never make those swear words rhyme. Oh, excuse me.
Colonel Jameson, we've got a visitor here. Can you or Dr. Kafka confirm?
That'll be Matthew Kurtz, John. Let him in.
Kurtz, yeah, that's him. You know, Dr. Kafka, you're supposed to inform me of visitors in advance.
I know, John. Maybe I was just hoping he wouldn't come. I should have known better. Kurtz always turns up.
Welcome to Ravencroft, Mr. Kurtz.
When there's horror involved, Kurtz always turns up.
They like to watch. Considering the number of escapes made from this facility, that was to be expected. It's like walking through some gallery. The soundproofing is admirable. I like it here.
We have a break! Curator Cell 9 Sienna! His trucks have worn off again! I'm declaring compromise state 3 and requesting permission to arm!
Permission to arm, non-lethal state granted.
Non-lethal. You killed 5 children and he says non-lethal.
The staff here have definite possibilities.
Mr. Kurtz, this way, please.
My, this room is very secure, isn't it? Could that be because this facility's director is in it?
Couldn't rightly say, Mr. Kurtz.
Matthew, thank you for coming.
Charming to see you again, Dr. Kafka. A wonderful facility you have, too. I confess jealousy of your directorship here.
Yes, well, this is Colonel John Jameson, my security chief. John Matthew Kurtz.
Yes, delighted, I'm sure. Your surveillance cameras link in here?
Yes, I do, but I'm afraid I can't.
Of course you can, dear boy.
I'm gonna spit in your lungs and stick forks in your heart.
Excitable, isn't he? Imaginative, too.
And only to be viewed by a proof personal, Mr. Kurtz. Exactly where in Washington do you practice?
At the Pentagon. I could give you my security clearance code, but I doubt it'd mean much to a mere colonel. Colonel Jameson. I cannot be searched. I am cleared for all sensitive data held in this facility. And I'm afraid I outrank you. I was invited here by Dr. Kafka to treat Cletus Kasady. All your efforts to treat the creature have failed dismally after all. Not surprising, Kasady was a homicidal maniac before his alteration, and that type tends to resist rehab. And now, since his blood became infected with a spore from the alien thing that envelops the creature Venom, well, I imagine he's quite unmanageable.
Kafka! This man's with military intelligence!
I know, but I failed with Kasady, John. In all this time, I haven't made the slightest dent in his psychopathy. I had to do something, even calling a monster like you, Matthew. Or else Carnage wins!
I taught her, you know. Since then, of course, my adventures in psychiatry have taken me down a different path.
How interesting.
It has been interesting. But you do one lobotomy without anesthesia, you've done them all.
What?
Just thought I'd make sure you were listening. No, I can't talk about my work. Not to you, anyway. This is the place, isn't it? How kind of you to escort me here. Best I view him as soon as possible. Let the dog see the rabbit and all that.
The cell's open. I hope he eats you, you blasted spook.
Thank you, dear boy. Thank you. Can't hear a thing with these earpieces in. Well, off I go. Hello. I'm your new therapist.
Well, it's about time they sent the dinner in. You're a mite leathery for steak, but hey, I ain't gonna moan.
Here's your new monitor, Doc. All plugged in and ready to...
What's Kurt's up to? Oh no! That noise!
I put him in a cell. What is that appalling noise?
Turn the sound down! Kurt's pulled a gun on Kasady, and the next thing I know, we're being deafened.
That's a Sono pistol. He's hosing Kasady down with a mix of extremely low frequency and ultra high pitch noise. The alien symbiote around Kasady's vulnerable to it, like venom. That's why the earphones.
That should hold you for a minute or two, laddie. I imagine you're watching, Dr. Kafka, so allow me to elaborate. This is a massive vitamin C overdose. In this quantity, vitamin C alters brain chemistry. Kasady's neural link with a symbiote is naturally dependent on brain chemistry. As you can see, an altered brain chemistry affects the link for the worse. My second injection is a little on the classified side, so please avert your eyes. This is what we use on the alien abduction cases in the middle of the night. Makes them suggestible, makes them go on talk shows too, but... Cletus, my name is Mr. Kurtz. Tell me about yourself.
He's a lunatic. This is torture.
Hold on a minute.
My name is Cletus Kasady, and I kill people, and I love it. I know 9 million ways to kill a body, and I love every single one of them. All dull day, every day, right up until I hit the hay. I think of bodies, burst bodies, bodies slit right up the middle and shared across 100 nice little gardens. And when I sleep, I dream of ways to kill a body that ain't nobody thought of yet. And occasionally I dream of Mom and Pop squirting into the sink, and that old garbage disposal is just grinding and gnawing on the old man's skull. Talking of days, that bloody sainted day, that holy day, I'll tell you about me. Oh yeah, that day I shared a cell with Venom, that reporter geek, all wrapped up in space alien symbiote kill thing linked into his head. I got a wound on my hand, and I was playing with it and all, and venom dripped in it, spawned in it, and its sharp, sharp egg grew in me, and hatched, and made me Carnage!
Tell me about yourself, and all I get is that he kills, and that he is Carnage. Is he really that shallow? Is he really that simple? Possibly. No one said that psychopaths have to have a riveting personality and a doctorate. Perhaps Kasady works solely off his backbrain, his most primitive mental equipment. Perhaps he is, in the final analysis, just an animal. Further to that, in not wishing to step into the mire of nature versus nurture, maybe he was simply born evil.
Well, this is nothing new. Kasady said all that before.
True, but we've never gotten it out of him so quickly.
A well-chosen second question could settle the first. Why do you kill?
It's pretty. Waking up in the morning and knowing you're going to kill someone, it's a beautiful thing. Makes me feel like a gunship, like my engine's only turning over when I'm moving and killing. Makes me feel like God on the first Monday morning. I kill because it makes me feel like I'm on TV with my own personal soundtrack. Like JFK, brains on the leather and pretty blood on his pretty wife. JFK, NBK, KKK. And his pretty wife, now think of it, all wet and humiliated, crawling in front of the whole world. I like that too. I ain't inspired by the media. I inspire the media. I got video games, toys, comic books, just because I can kill a body better than anyone. You wouldn't believe the hundreds of different ways a body dances once a bullet's been put in it. The songs they sing when you cut their throats. The patterns they paint when you make them squirt. It's art. I kill because it's pretty. It's art.
Incredible. It's riveting, like watching a car crash. He's never spoken so long, so lovingly, and so detailed and personal, a way about his life, his reasons.
He sees an aesthetic in murder. His killing is not an idle thing to him. Each single death is an achievement. One more sharp question, and I could tear this whole world down, stamp on it, rebuild it in any way I like. How do you see the world?
How do I see the world?
Let me show you how I see the world.
Oh my god, he gave Kasady vitamin C. Vitamin C doesn't stay in the body. It gets metabolized out. And all that mad adrenaline in Kasady's system must supercharge his metabolism. Get guards down here. Kasady and Carnage are connected again.
We're connected, you and me. Mind to mind. I'm gonna squirt bits of my mind down the line here into yours. Show you what I think of the world. It's a dull old world on the surface, ain't it? All gray and nondescript. But that's a lie. Scratch the surface and you reveal the real world. All red and raw and senseless. And that's the world I like. The world I show you and I kill. The world I am. I am that man, eating human sandwiches at the bus stop, making Jeffrey Dahmer eyes at the nice young boys. John Wayne Gacy hands a twitching. I am those kids burning dogs and hobos in the dark alleyway. The woman cutting a hole in the tide to the bed Mr. Goodbar and inserting a vacuum cleaner tube into his stomach. The wife shoving broken glass down the husband's throat. I'm the American flag on fire. The founding fathers crucified for a chat show. Lies, curse, lies, and government. I am the end of the world as we know it. And I feel like a drink. I'm chaos, Mr. Kurtz. Chaos! And the rest of the world won't admit that it's just like me. And because of that, the world is worthless. It's dirt on my ear. Love means nothing. It's a planet of mannequins filled with blood. And they may as well be torn up and burst and stamped on, because what else are they good for? Apart from making noise and being nice and making more stupid little mannequins that sit still for lies and TV and kissy garbage. I've shown you the worst things in the world, because that's what the world's made of. Everything is sick. Am I getting through to you? Everything is sick, and I love it!
I'm feeling Carnage's sore right now, Colonel Jameson. We'll get your man out of there.
Stupid!
Your boy there, he wasn't mad. I'm not mad. I just gave him a bit of the old therapy you love giving me. I showed him the real world, showed him chaos, and he went insane. Just shooting him, that ain't no kind of answer. You can't shoot chaos, and you can't keep it locked up for long.